What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the latest episode of Unplanned and Unashamed with Ray Money and Isaiah Pinnell. And we're recording another episode of Unplanned and Unashamed. We back.
We back. All right, hold on. Look, I'm still here. It's morning time. It's time for I think it's time for a drink this morning. Yep, we doing it. All right, it is what it is.
You having your drink?
Man.
What you drinking?
Coffee and what's this? Traveler's whiskey. It's a splash.
You're starting early.
Yeah, man. I just got back home from the casino yesterday, so I've been gone. So now I got other stuff to do. So this is me pre-gaming before I start my return home workload of organizing and cleaning stuff. You know, and having wifey as wife as she been gone. Yeah, so.
Have you ever put Bailey's Irish cream in coffee?
Who doesn't?
You said
Dan,
who doesn't?
Man, day and night time. That's depends on where you at. They be saying it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it is.
Alan Jackson always says it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Man, I don't live within in the boundaries, in the confines of your time zone. If it's 3 a.m. and we want to drink, 5 a.m., 5 p.m., it don't matter.
And then Jimmy Buffett always says it's 5 o'clock in Margaritaville. So there you go.
That's what's up. Ah, man. It's been a cool week, man. You what you had this week, man?
Nothing much. I've just been working at the nursing home and doing some writing.
I got you. I got some comments that want to come on the show. I thought I was gonna be able to get one to come on today. But that's the thing about comments. We all I can't say we all, me and you up, but rest of them, I think they don't like to do early early morning.
They don't like doing early morning stuff.
I get it. Yeah. How early do you wake up? What's your early rise?
I usually wake up at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it would be some days I don't go to sleep.
Till 8 o'clock.
Yeah, or 3 in the morning. It just depends on, So like yesterday, I left the casino probably like 3:30 in the morning. So it's like a 3-hour drive. Took a ride by 6. It was not, and I didn't go to sleep till this morning till like 2:30.
Wow.
Yeah, so you got the house and family responsibility as soon as you get in. Kids go to school and all that stuff.
So you're operating on like what, about 4 hours of sleep?
Yeah, about 4 hours.
Golly.
Yeah, so that's about my normal though. So.
And you pushing 40, right?
Hey. I ain't there yet. I got a few years.
A few? That's only like 5.
Well, thank you. It's less than, but yeah, I ain't there yet. Nah, I'm 38, so I got a couple more years. So
before the big 4-0,
man,
we need to have you.
I'm getting in better shape though than I was a few years ago. So
you're like a Benjamin Button.
Hey, I hope. I said though, you don't. People like you see people that are that look really young for their age, and then people that look really old for their age. You like, yo, what is it? What are they doing differently than us? Like somebody that just looks. Who's somebody young? Marlon Wayans looks super young.
Yes, and he's like what, 50 something?
I don't know. He could be 80. He's a vampire.
Yeah, I think Marlon is like has to be early 50s.
I saw on the show that he was doing. I don't know, it was an interview, maybe like the Breakfast Club or something. But he had a bag of vitamins, and he said he was taking them around the clock, and it made me think. I was like, man. I said, what is he taking? Is that what's keeping him young? He's like, yeah, some sort of experimental vitamins that he's taking, and that's keeping him young. Or is it just having the nutrients that he's getting specifically to but it was like he pulled him out. He like he drink lots of water. He's constantly taking vitamins. I'm like, so that's not what it is. You start to feel like you get, your body ain't doing what it's supposed to do. You ain't got enough vitamins in your system.
Right.
So
yeah, it's a little bit of that, and probably that, saying.
Black don't crack.
Yeah, black don't crack.
Hey, come on now. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, it's some white people that look young out here too.
Yeah, there's some white people but not as many.
Y'all don't use lotion that often.
we walk around with a lot of dry skin. That's what we.
That's what it is. You get the cracking, and then it's a wrap there. You ever see little kids? You ever see little black kids and they go to the bus stop? They greased up head to toe. Vaseline, lotion, baby oil.
That's because they have a black grandmama that's like, let me put some cocoa butter on you.
You're absolutely right. Protect you from the elements. Look, real quick. So you don't know. The skin is one of the first defenses to your immune system. So that extra layer of cocoa butter on top of that, you ain't gonna damn near never get sick.
Right. That extra layer of that cocoa butter, that's protection.
You're absolutely right.
See, I'm screwed because I have eczema flare-ups constantly.
And you need some cream to go on the top of that, right?
Mm-hmm. I do. I need to take some hydrocortisone cream and just rub it on my arms.
Yeah, man, that's to keep I don't know.
But if I rubbed hydrocortisone cream on, I'd look like a ghost.
You stupid. Like, so outside this is like, how often would you say, have you ever put Vaseline on your skin?
No, I've never put Vaseline on my skin.
Never. Your skin feels dry.
We like Ice Cube, no Vaseline.
You stupid. Do you use lotion?
No, I don't use lotion either.
No, ever. Just your hands never feel dry.
Oh yeah, I've used lotion a couple times.
Hey, wait.
Not like that.
And your door be locked and your mom be knocking.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's when I break out the jergens. That's when I break the jergens.
But anyway, so you never use it, like your hands never get like, all right, they dry and I need to put some lotion on them, or your skin doesn't feel dry where it needs to be moisturized.
Oh yeah, there's certain, but usually like if it gets that bad, like where I have like just a breakout of dry skin, I'll either put like hydrocortisone cream on it.
Well, actually, you probably should be using lotion. That's why your skin breaking out.
Right. Yeah, I probably should start using lotion on the regular.
I got you.
Instead of just letting it go to the point where I need hydrocortisone cream, or sometimes I'll even need a steroid to clear it up.
Really?
That's how bad it gets. But see, I think it's where my mom used to clean me all the time. Like before, like when I'd come inside from playing and stuff, she'd take like Lysol wipes and just rub me down with Lysol wipes.
Yeah. I think that's we found the problem. She been putting them disinfectants on. She done put Awesome on your skin.
Yeah.
You know what awesome is?
I have no idea what.
What? This is it's probably the best cleaning solution ever. You can get it from Dollar Tree and call it awesome. And that stuff take out everything. Awesome is the best cleaning tool. When I tell you it wipe off anything, you spray it on it, start running off marker to I don't know what it don't work on.
Gotcha. But yeah, I think that has a lot to do with my dry skin is just because my mom, I mean, and it would be before I would go outside too. She would rub me down with Lysol. After I came inside, she'd rub me down with Lysol. She didn't like me getting dirty. And then I had an aunt named Wanda, and she would get me dirty as I'll get out. Like, she'd put me in the mud and let me play in it and stuff.
You didn't get a chance to roll around in the dirt.
Oh, I would, but it would make my mom mad.
I got you.
And then my papa, he would...
What?
Moose said I needed a new bit on, like, how to get eczema.
Yeah, you got... Yeah.
Child abuse. Nah.
I don't know, man. But that's the thing, though. You get all these skin things, but does that make you? What makes someone look younger? Is it the skin care, or is it the nutrition?
I think a lot of it has to do with your genes. Like, do you have good genes or not? Like, what did your parents age well? And then I also think a lot of it is like dieting and skincare.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you can have good genes and not take care of yourself, and you can take care of yourself and not have good genes, I think it's just maybe a combination of both.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. But I think genes does play a factor if you age gracefully.
Yeah, stress. That's what it is.
And stress is probably a factor.
Boy, that's the most mysterious shit ever, ain't it?
Like, how many kids do you have? How many kids do you have?
3.
So, see, that's probably why you balding and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely why I'm bald. I was bald, I think, when I heard about getting the first one.
You was just rubbing your head and hair was coming off.
Man.
See, you should have done the DINK program that Moose was talking about before we recorded. The DINK program, or DINK, what?
I forgot he said
dual income, no kids.
No kids.
That was it. Dual income, no kids.
Man, let me tell you something. When I see that, it's always amazing. It's a refreshing sight. I be applauding. I'm like, yeah, baby. It's all good though. Look, they stressful. You love them, and then they stress you out again, and then you love them again. That's it. It's a cycle.
I have an uncle that's in his 50s, and he's never had kids, and he's just like, well, I have a bunch of nieces and nephews, and that's all I need.
Does he look young?
I plead the fifth on that one.
Hey, it's too late now. You couldn't answer yes or no, so it's out of bed.
I plead the fifth.
Hey, look, he got other stress though. Ain't no telling he could have had other stress, but that's generally, I think that's what it is. It would have the least amount of stress, and I guess it varies. You stupid. Yeah, I can't even put myself in the middle of that one.
I don't want to be like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he looks like he's about 60, even though he's like 57.
He gonna fight you at the family reunion.
He is gonna fight me at the family reunion, but he's my favorite uncle, so there you go.
That's cool.
But yeah, he has no kids. He's been married, I think, once. And yeah, he's just like, I have a bunch of nieces and nephews. I don't need any kids. He's like, when I have annoying little shits like Isaiah, why would I need a kid?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So was he? He said he's how old now? He's like 50 something.
Let's see. He's a few years older than my dad, and my dad's 52, so he'd be about 56.
56, and you 20. Yeah. So he's about 20 something years older. So when you were, he was what, 40 something? I guess whereas you were in your early child years.
Yeah, early 40s, late early 30s, 40s. Early 40s,
late 30s, early 40s. Okay, so he got a good understanding of watching you grow up.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Yeah, he may not jump on you because he knew you growing up.
But I don't know. He ain't gonna jump on me if he hears this. But like he used to tell my dad all the time. He'd be like, "Listen, when you hit 40, it's all downhill from there. It's like you wake up and you're like, you're aching in places that you didn't know you could ache."
Why it is true, and I ain't even got there yet, but I feel the pains before and I am not 40. But that's because most of the people ain't taking care of themselves like that. Like in the gym every day, maintaining all of that youthful. You don't do none of the moves you used to. I be watching my little boy do moves, little flips and stuff on the carpet in the room. Like, that's a move. That's the muscles he using. I ain't never used them moves in a long time.
Right?
What's the little move where I tried it one day. I was on the floor and you put your hands back and you flip back up like a ninja.
Oh, like a handstand?
Like a handspring, like you laying flat and then you put your hands behind your head and you lean back and then flip your legs forward and then you stand up on your feet.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but I can't think of the name of the move.
I don't know the name of it. I just call it. That's how ninjas get up.
It's a ninja move.
Yeah, the karate get up where they go and they flip up on their feet. The Jackie Chan move.
the Karate Kid move.
Yeah, the Karate Kid move. But anyway, that move. Yeah, I used to do that back when I don't do that now. I can't do that.
Heck, there's stuff that I did 10 years ago that I couldn't do now. What you talking about?
Like what? What can't you do in your 20s that you used to do
in middle school and stuff?
Yeah,
that's a tough one. Run a mile.
You can't run a mile?
I'd be out of breath like halfway through the first lap. I'd be like, I can't do this anymore. Which even in middle school, I could barely run the mile.
You tried to set us up like you was already running a 4-minute mile. Yeah,
yeah, I wasn't running the full. I would just like run, walk the straightaways and run the curves.
Walk, run, walk.
Yeah,
I got you. I said you got an 18-minute mile. He's like, look, he doing everything on his runs on the mile. You eating, walking, he talking, listening to the radio.
Yep, that's exactly what I do.
They don't do that anymore in a lot of these schools. They don't have like physical education is not a prime thing for some of these like schools.
Like wait, they're taking like PE out of school?
They don't have physical stuff like you used to have like you had to meet a certain amount of sit-ups and pull-ups. You have to do that?
Yeah, we used to have to do that.
I don't think they do that now.
And then in middle school, I had to take basically it was weightlifting.
I mean, I think they have that as a. I know they have it weightlifting as an elective thing that you have, but it's not like an acquired. Like, hey, you gotta get your fitness together. They don't really. I don't think they care anymore. They're like, all right, look, you go to class or not.
I had fun in middle school and PE. I had fun playing all those sports and stuff.
Oh, man,
even like when we played soccer indoors, I had fun doing that.
Oh man, we used to play dodgeball inside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Listen,
Those were
when
the
we
days.
played soccer inside, we would play with the dodgeball. And every time we played, they'd put me in at goalie, and ain't nothing was getting in that goal as big as I am. I'm telling you, I was blocking everything.
I paid when you were in what was it, middle school?
Yeah, middle school.
I paid when you were in middle school.
Huh?
What was your weight in middle school? You remember? How tall were you?
I was like 5. I was tall in middle school, like 5'10",
Lou says
5'9".
the presidential physical fitness test. Yeah.
But yeah, I had fun playing those. And then kickball was fun. Basketball, when we played basketball in PE. See, I played rec ball for years.
You a hooper?
I'm not a good shooter, but I'm pretty good at defense.
He's like, yeah, nah, I'm all right.
I'm decent.
I feel.
I can score some, but I'm better at like defense and stuff.
I got you. I don't know. I can
And I played a little football, baseball. I did all that.
I feel. Like I played football, basketball. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty good in each one of them. Decent, I guess. I mean, I didn't make no pro, so I guess it wasn't all that.
Gotcha. So that was the name of the test that we're talking about, the presidential physical fitness test.
At least 5.
And it's evolved throughout the decades.
Like you used to have sit-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, the flex arm hang. I don't know what that was. And then with a 30-foot shuttle run or the V seat reach. I guess that's and 1 mile run. I think that's what we used to have to do for at school. I'm like, man, we used to do all these sit-ups and push-ups. But it was required then. It was required for us to have at our school. So I guess it built some level of physical fitness required but yeah, they don't have it everywhere now.
I tell you what I used to hate. And you played football too, didn't you?
Yep.
Did you ever have to do the bear crawls?
What? Man, let me tell you something. I didn't let me tell you something. Before I played like JV, and then I was gonna just go play basketball. And I wasn't gonna play football my 10th grade year, so I didn't play football. So my 11th grade year, I was like, all right, I think I wanna play. But because I ain't it was 11 to grade? I don't remember, it's been so long ago. One of those 11th or 12th grade, but I didn't want to. I think it was 11th grade year. It was my 11th grade year because there was guys ahead of me. So 11th grade, I wanted to play, but because I didn't play, I only played JV. I didn't play night to go to the 9th grade or 10th grade football. The coaches didn't want me to. They didn't want me to just come in. I had to do extra stuff after practice until I can get a starting position. I couldn't just come on and play. So I had to do bear crawls every day after practice until I got Coach Black was his name. He used to make me do bear crawls. After that, I was playing basketball. I was advanced PE basketball because I wanted to play basketball, and I was on the basketball team for a long time, varsity, from like 9th grade up, and then I like, all right, I want to play football. But the coach on the basketball team didn't really want you to play football. So if you decided you wanted to play football, he ran you a little extra, and the basketball practice, the fourth block. It was fourth block advanced PE basketball, which is like weightlifting and weight training for the basketball. And then I go right out to football practice. Everybody fresh, but me and my homeboy Quavian, we used both were on the basketball team and on the football. We was working out basketball, then go right out to practice with everybody fresh. So it was like no. The bell ring now. I got to put on. I'm sweating and I just lift weights and did stadiums and all this. Now I got to put on. And not only just that, I had to do at the end of practice until I got a starting spot. I had to do bear crawl after all of that. That went on for a long time. So pretty much the whole season until I got. I can't say the whole season until I got it. It was probably not right up to mid-season, about mid-season. Yeah, I got pissed off then. I was I delayed everybody out, so they put me on special teams. Yeah, so and then wide receiver and then defensive end. So, but yeah, it was bear crawls it's a terrible memory.
Did you ever have to do the suicide drills and like basketball and stuff?
Man, that was right before I did with the practice.
So you had to do the suicide drills and then the bear crawls and the
box jump.
Golly.
We used to practice on the like for the basketball. We used to train on the baseball stadium. So the baseball stadium was like about tall as a stove. The way the stadium went up. Mm-hmm. So we just have to do those jumping all the way up to the top, back down. This was after you done did all the suicide, lift weights, all these training drills where you driven with you can squeeze out your shirt. Let's go play some football now. What? Hey, the good thing about it, both me and him were playing the same. Well, me and my homeboy were playing the same position, so we both there was some other fresh people out there, but me and him were playing the same position. So it was he was playing one end, I played the other end, and then it was like wide receivers or whatever. So we were already tired, so it wasn't like we were. But you still had to go against. I used to have to go against the defensive tackles and the guards and stuff because I played defensive end. So you have to get on the line and go on the board where you line up head to head with the guards and the tackles. And you got to go straight up with these big 300 pounds. I didn't weigh that much back in high school. I was 185, but now I'm exhausted too. And he's like, let's go. Yeah, it made you a warrior. Have to do all that working out and going against fresh people.
Right. So, who are like your favorite sports teams and stuff?
I don't really have any, man. That's I kind of. It's hard for me to keep up because I be doing something like I don't really sit down and watch sports. That's one thing.
Gotcha.
Not like I used to. I used to watch them all the time when I was actively, trying to pursue basketball or football at the time, like high school, and then even after graduating. So somewhere down the line, it dwindled away where I wasn't as passionate about the basketball. I wasn't actively doing it. I mean, I still like play basketball and football, throwing the ball or whatever. But it's not like I ain't watching. I'm not finna catch up on the games every week. Yeah, I got too much other stuff to do. So but maybe one day.
So, but like back in the day, was there any teams that you liked more than others?
I think I was like mostly, Orlando Magic when they had Penny Hardaway there. That was of course the Lakers and Kobe and the Bulls and stuff. So with Jordan, so I mean, I had some of the most popular ones. It wasn't like somebody I was following. Like now they follow underground players. You're like, who is this guy? And next thing you know, he dunking on somebody. I didn't know who he was. Back then they were stars. Like you knew Michael Jordan was in all the commercials, every commercial.
Mm-hmm. So you want it to be like Mike?
Oh yeah, who did? Every layup coming through those areas, everybody had their tongue out. Doing finger roll. Everybody got this finger rolling the ball in.
He made it look so effortless when he, would lay it up or when he would dunk. Like, he made it look effortless.
Because it was.
Like, he just kind of glided.
We was like 6'6", 6'7", something like that on a small shoe day. I don't know. On a bad day, on a hugely bad day, we back hurt. 6'5", he's still tall.
Oh yeah, he's very tall. He's like 6'6".
Yeah, I think he's 6'6". Long range. I mean, how much? If your head is 6'6", and what is his wingspan? Another 2-3 feet. It was above his long arms.
Right.
You really get. You see these guys. What was it? I've seen a few like highlights. I watch every now and again. What's the guy named Wimby? I think he like 7'7".
Oh, Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah. He don't need jump. He just
right. He just
he stand on his toes and dunk the ball. Like you ain't got that much. It's almost like, man, they cheat, man. Like.
Yeah, he plays for the Spurs, and he's like 7'8", I think.
7'8".
I think so, or he might be like 7'7". He's over 7 foot, and he just barely stands on his toes and just.
Oh man, I'm about to choke. That's cheating. It really is.
Well, look at Giannis. He's almost 7 foot.
There should be a height limit though. He's almost 7 foot. Dude, he just gotta get on his toes to dunk the ball.
Right.
That's like me playing against my kids. Like, come on, man. Like, if I can dunk the ball every time, we playing on the Tyco goal out the little Fisher Price goal outside. I'm way too tall for him to stop me. Ain't no way this dude. There should be a height limit.
A height limit on NBA players?
They get bigger every year. I remember when it was just Shaq. Shaq was a phenomenon. Like, man, where did this guy come from? Now Shaq looks like a little kid next to these dudes. They're getting bigger.
Now, eventually there's going to be like a guy that's like 8 feet.
What? They're going to have to raise the goal.
Right. But I mean, even back when Shaq was playing, you still had guys over 7 foot.
Let me tell you, when Yao Ming showed up on the scene, Yao Ming was taller than Shaq. Everybody, oh my God. But still, now that guy's bigger than them. Like it's.
And then look at Sean Bradley. He was tall.
I don't know who that is.
He played in Space Jam.
Sean Bradley. I probably know if I see him.
He was the white guy in Space Jam.
That's a parade.
He was like the one white guy that played for the Monstars.
I got you.
Like you had Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley.
I got you now.
Muggsy Bogues, and then Sean Bradley, the lone white guy.
I got you. But still, that was how tall was he?
He's like 7'4".
7'4". That's like what? There has to be a limit because they're gonna ever find somebody taller each time.
Right.
Like once we thought we found Shaq, we thought we had the tallest. Then Yao Ming showed up, and then now these new people done showed up. What would be like? All right, that's too tall. What if they 10 foot?
Oh, and they're like eye level with the rim.
I mean, it's not impossible. We used to think like, oh man, you 6 foot, you tall. No, you're not.
Right. Yeah, I don't. Let's see. I think they would have to do a height limit eventually.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that'd be like, who is that? I saw somebody was 8 foot. I think it was maybe like it probably was on something like Ripley's Believe It or Not. You should watch that show. If you have these people like 8 foot like that,
Mm-hmm.
it make you
Well,
realize them like you're not that tall. How tall are you?
I'm like 5'10".
5'10".
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not even close to being.
I'm nowhere close to Victor Wembanyama. I'd be like,
What?
just keep looking up at him. I'm nowhere close to that dude. I just be having to keep looking up.
That's why it's good when you see guys that are that like 5 foot, that's super short like that. That's in the NBA. You're like, yo.
Mhm. Like Isaiah Thomas and Muggsy Bogues and
Yeah.
Spud Webb. Spud Webb could dunk, remember?
Man, what?
And he's like 5. He's like 5'9".
What's the dude that was it was one player who was a boxer, he could jump. Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson could jump from the Celtics. Oh, he was short, but he could jump out the gym. Yeah, he had the springs behind him, but he was a little short, little joker.
Yeah, Nate's shorter than I am.
That's to see somebody jump that high to be able to dunk the ball, that's amazing. But to see the guy he's 7'9", and he don't even jump and just put the ball in the goal. Yeah, I don't know. It should be a height limit.
What should be the like?
I
Is
don't know.
8 feet the cutoff?
I mean, everybody's under 8 feet at this point that we know of. So we got to lower it below 8 foot. Like, all right. They got a bunch of 7-footers, so what? 7 foot, 9, 7. I don't know, 7'5". Who's the tallest player right now in the NBA?
Victor, the guy that we've been talking about.
And how tall is he?
He's like 7'8".
Dang.
I think so. So 8 feet should probably be the cutoff. Like if you're 8 feet and up, you're not allowed.
Man, that's already like, but that right now, this includes everybody. Now, when they get, yeah, I don't know. 8 feet definitely is. If you go over 8 foot, it's gonna be hard to watch.
Because let's see, how tall was I can't think of his name. Robert, I think his name was Robert Wadlow. He was like the tallest person ever. And I think he was like 10 feet or something. It was like some insane height.
Man.
Mm-hmm. He was tall. And I think his name was Robert Wadlow.
Man, they really are giants, man. If you saw a group of these people at your height all together, you're like, man, I was a place where it was, man, if they went on an NBA team and it was just a family of people, all of that height, you're like, oh man, they got giants out here.
He was 8. Oh, yep. Robert Pershing Wadlow, also known as the Alton Giant and the Giant of Illinois, was 8 feet 11 inches.
Bro, almost 9 foot tall. He was a real life giant.
And his weight reached 439 at his death at the age of 22.
Yeah, he was huge. That's a monster.
But now, how tall was Goliath in the Bible?
I don't know.
That because he was tall too.
I mean, that's if I saw him and I was David and I saw a dude, and let me just say, I don't know how tall David was, and I don't know how tall Goliath is, but from the words I understand that he was considered a giant. Goliath was. So to see him, if you saw somebody and they 8'11", 400, and you find, you gonna say, "Yo, my man was like 1,000 feet tall."
There he is. Robert Wadlow.
Yeah.
8 feet, 11 inches. So almost 9. Might as well round that up and say 9 feet. Because, I mean, that's just right there.
You ain't going to be able to tell. Like 8 feet, 11 inches, 11.1 inches. You can't tell the difference between looking up at him. He looked like he looked like he's 10 feet.
Right. But good grief, look how tall. And that had to have been from like that one picture right there.
That's like you standing on your shoulders.
Right.
Was it? Almost. That's what it looked. It probably looked like you standing on your own shoulders. Like, nah. That's and he was 22. Oh, man. Imagine taking him to the court with you.
I know. If he would have played basketball, he would have been a beast.
You just at the park with him because he ain't make it to the leagues, but they had, you could shoot ball at your normal, he was tearing baskets down. Nobody want to play at the court. Every time they see him coming, they pack up the ball.
Yeah, if you played look at his shoe. Look how humongous it is.
Man, that shoe look like, yeah.
Size 37.
Oh, wow. A size 37 shoe?
Yes.
I ain't no shoes came in 37.
He had to get those specially made.
That is definitely a giant. When they say a Viking, a big one of these, yeah, that ain't normal.
I think William Wallace was pretty tall too. You know who that is?
I have no clue.
The guy that Braveheart was about. I mean, he wasn't no like Robert Wadlow, but I think he was like over 6 foot.
Well, yeah, I mean, I believe it. I mean, they got some huge people. I see people that's huge in the store.
William Wallace. How tall was he?
I don't know. I just know they got some big people around here.
I mean, I don't think he was like a giant, but he was a tall dude. 6 foot 7 inches.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, you get to talk about 8 foot. That's different.
So he wasn't no like giant, but he was still a tall dude. So Braveheart is probably inaccurate because Mel Gibson has to be under 6 foot.
Yeah. As if that's about 8'11". That's wow.
The average height in the Middle Ages was around 5'8" to 5'9". So he would have seemed like a giant.
Everybody 5'8" and he 8'11". Yeah, he's twice
or even at 6'7", when everybody else is 5'8", that would seem like a giant.
Well, of course. I mean, that's your regular 6'5" dude that you see in the grocery store. Okay, you'll see a 6'5" dude pretty regular. I'm like 6'1", 6'2", somewhere in there. I'm not that far off from, but to see a 6'5" or 6 foot, that ain't uncommon to see. I mean, it was uncommon back then, but even now, you see somebody that's 6'5", like, okay, yeah, they tall. But 8 foot.
Right.
You could see over the shelves at the store.
Yeah, you could see what everybody was buying.
Yeah, like even at 6'5", 6'6", they ain't looking all the way over the stall. 8'11", his head is in the ceilings was small too. If you go to these older houses, the ceilings were much lower. So he had to walk down. Oh man.
Could you imagine if he would have fought in World War II, seeing his tall butt storm the beach or something?
He's storming the beach. He a lookout. They put him at the top of the tree to look out at everything. So he already. Nah. That's a big joker, though.
That is tall as I'll get out. And then, like I said, I think Goliath, I think he was tall.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, of course, that was going back, thousands of years ago. So it's probably not.
What was that?
Accurate or like verifiable.
Even if Goliath was only as tall as this dude Robert Wadlow at 8'11", and David hit him with a rock and put him out, I'm still commending him.
I mean, heck, even if Goliath was like 6'9", back 1,000 years ago, that's tall.
And you 5'6" and a quarter.
And all you have is a slingshot, and you're like, yeah, I believe I can take him out.
I don't know, man. But
okie dokie, this has been another episode of Unplanned and Unashamed, talking about a bunch of giants. On this episode, this is the episode of Giants.
Thanks for listening to the Unplanned and Unashamed podcast. If you like what you've heard, make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and follow. And we'll see you on the next episode.